Mm-hmm.
All right, good morning, everyone. Welcome to the virtual college exploration for all North and South Carolina students, sponsored by the Carolinas Association of Collegiate Registrars and Admissions Officers, more commonly known as CACRAO, and the organization StriveScan. Thank you for joining us. A few housekeeping announcements before we get started. You can use the Q&A button on your screen to type your answers to our presenters at any time. Your camera and microphone are off, so the panelists cannot see or hear you. This is one of just many different sessions that are happening over the next 3 weeks. So be sure to check out the full schedule at CACRAO, CACRAO.org. And this presentation is being recorded and will be available within about a week at the same website, CACRAO.org. I'd like to turn it over to our presenters.
All right. Good morning, everybody. My name is Corinne. I'm one of the admissions counselors here at UNC Greensboro, and I'm going to be serving kind of as an MC for you all today. So I'm just going to do a little brief introduction about the Greensboro and Triad areas in general, and then we'll go ahead and get started with all of our presenters. Let me pull this up. So as you can see, we're going to be hearing from a total of 5 institutions today that you can see on the screen, and they're all around the Triad area of North Carolina. So what is the Piedmont Triad area? It is Greensboro, High Point, and Winston-Salem, and we're pretty central here in North Carolina. All of these areas are about 30 to 45 minutes away from each other, and you can see where each university is kind of on the map and how far away they are from each other. So a little bit about what you can find here. This is a super central hub of lots of different culture and entertainment and athletics. We're about 90 minutes away from both Raleigh and Charlotte, and about 3 hours away from Asheville and Wilmington. So it's a good distance to anywhere you need to go. And I just have a few examples of things that you can find right here in the Triad area. So the International Civil Rights Museum is located right here in downtown Greensboro. And this is an example of one of the pieces of culture embedded into the Triad area. You can also find some great athletics. The Greensboro Grasshoppers are a baseball team that play right here in downtown. There's lots of great shopping and great businesses. For example, the High Point Furniture Market, as well as Wrangler, Volvo, Hanes brand are all based and have headquarters right in this area. So there's a super great opportunity for you right after graduation. And then lastly, there's lots of places for entertainment. The Tanger Arts Center opened, well, is set to open sometime soon. It was supposed to open in March, but hopefully will be opening sometime in the next coming year. And there's lots of things to do to entertain all of our college students around the area. So I'm going to turn it over to all of our presenters. As you can see on the screen, this is who we're going to be hearing from today. So I'll go ahead and I'll let Zach from Greensboro College take over.
Hi everybody, my name is Zach Frone. I'm one of the admissions counselors here at Greensboro College. I am a graduate of Greensboro College, graduated in 2012, and I'm going to take you through a quick presentation of GC. So here at Greensboro College, we are celebrating 182 years of being an institution. We were actually the first women's institution in the state of North Carolina, chartered in 1838. I never try to butcher the Latin that's within our seal, but it does translate into no reward without effort. And that's something that we extremely harp on here at GC, is putting in your full forth effort to get that at the end of the 4 years of your school, of crossing the stage for graduation. At GC, we have about 38 undergraduate majors and minors. 29 of those can be minors. Our students represent about 30 states across the United States and 21 countries throughout the world. We have about 1,000 students here on campus, with about 40% of that being an ethnic minority or multicultural student. So if you're looking at the numbers, it's about 600 students that are physically here on campus in our 3 dormitories, and about 400 of those being adults, graduates, and commuter students. Those 38 majors are housed under 5 schools of studies. And within those, we have 8 pre-professional programs that allow you to kind of get on a certain track earlier in your freshman year to be able to apply to graduate school once you have completed your 4 years here at GC. Some of our most popular majors here at GC being criminal justice, business, education, biology, exercise and sports studies, and then our theater and music programs. So education made personal. Being a smaller institution, it is just a lot easier for you to have more of that one-on-one support with your professors and your advisors. You're going to be a name here. Our average class size sits right around 12 with a 9-to-1 student-teacher ratio. So having access to your professors, having access to your advisors, not having to battle with a lot of other students, it's a little easier, but you'll find that a lot with the smaller institutions. We are a universal design for learning institution, a UDL institution. There's about 30 of them right now that are within the United States. But basically, it's kind of like everyone has, your fingerprint. It's different for everybody. Your learning style is also different. So you're learning tailored toward your unique skills in UDL. Every student has a unique way of learning, and Greensboro College is committed to adapting our curriculum so you can learn in a way that fits you best. So methods of engagement beyond lecture, most implemented in our classrooms are discussion, group work, hands-on student presentations and video presentations, and then other ways are getting off campus as field trips, having guest speakers coming in, and even role playing when you're looking at classrooms itself. So what is really unique about us is us being such a smaller institution, but we are sitting right next to downtown. So we do have that kind of big city connection. So only 32 acres of campus, but we are sitting once again right next to downtown. So you have access getting into the different types of businesses, which come with the different types of internships. And then as well with the different restaurants, cafes, and arts and culture that Corin had mentioned previously. I was going to say small enough to be comfortable, but challenging enough to grow. So this is a small overhead shot of campus. Like I said, with only 1,000 students, you have a lot of access to your professors and the support staff that are here at school, on top of being in such a smaller community. So you get to know everyone here on campus. But then again, you're not pigeonholed to being here just on campus. You have access to the other universities and colleges that are here in Greensboro and High Point, as well as, once again, getting into the downtown scene very easily. So about 99% of our students at GC have to complete an internship or practicum before graduating. The 1% is the students that are within our theater, music, and arts, which typically they have a senior showcase or a senior recital or performance that they go through. So that's that 1% that doesn't really have to take that internship. So from our career and personal development, from exploring your interests to your career-ready courses, resume writing, virtual internships, and in-person internships, job searches, and graduate school offerings. With our locations, we are footsteps away from numerous internships and job shadowing opportunities. The first year experience in Greensboro College Seminar, the Greensboro Seminar class is an 1100 class, it's a 2-credit hour course designed to assist first-year students in their adjustment to the college community. So it starts at your orientation and then goes all the way through into your first semester, but is taught by a specially trained first-year advisor to be able to kind of get your feet wet going into your first semester to make sure that you are successful. The Sankofa Center for Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion is one of our newer additions into school. We are a school that thrives on embracing each other's differences. The sentiment holds true for every member of Greensboro College community, regardless of your race, ethnicity, sexual orientation, religion, gender, or age. The Office of DEI provides advocacy programming servicing to foster an environment where everyone feels welcome on campus. We do have an honors program here at school, which offers a unique core education, exploration and research, and an academic and social family environment. And then we also have our PEAK, which is our personal enrichment and knowledge. This is basically our tutorial services and our academic advising. So everything to kind of help you guys as students to be successful in your 4 years of school. Some smaller things about campus is we are located right next to downtown in the soon-to-be downtown Greenway. Our new athletic training center is housed here in Haynes Gym. We have an application, basically a social media app for schools. I know a lot of bigger schools will have something like it, but it's unique for such a smaller school to have something that keeps the community, the faculty and staff connected, either having the dining services, the event calendars, and other things that are on there. The new student center houses a Brits Cafe, which is a small scaled down Starbucks. Then we also have the First Citizens Global Bank Global Communication Center, GCC for the short, which is basically just a 21st century communications hub assisting you in any written, oral, or media presentation project that you might have. Jumping to whole new use, so we have about 17 run student organizations here on campus. Just a couple of those being SGA, Student Government, NAMI, which is our National Alliance for Mental Health, FCA, UAAS, the Pride of the Pride, our Entrepreneurship Club, which all 17 of those kind of run our activities here on campus. So including our bingo nights, our winter rows, cornhole tournaments. Obviously right now with COVID, everything is pretty much online and Zoom oriented. So everything looks a little bit different, but able to kind of go forward with this semester with our student activities. Also, as well as our urban garden, which we grow and harvest veggies for the local food bank downtown, our Village 401, which are community service opportunities. And then we also have some study abroad options with schools in England, Ireland, and Germany. We have 18 men's and women's Division III sports. I guess I call this our brag slide, but if you think about college as just a stepping stone to your career, to your next set of graduate school studies, this is just a small list of wherever our students have gone, either into the workforce or into the graduate school of their choice. We are a rolling application, so rolling means whenever you complete the online portion, get your materials in, either transcript or test scores. We also have a test optional application for you. That's when we go through and we evaluate your application. We offer you a merit scholarship upon your acceptance into the school. Our tuition projected fees are right around $19,000. That's before your scholarships and your financial aid packaging. And that is my short spiel. If anyone has any questions, I will try to go through and I will answer them in the Q&A, but I will hand this off to Jalen and Guilford College.
All right, hello everybody. Thank you all for coming out for sure. My name is Jalen Pearson. I am the Assistant Director of Admissions here at Guilford College. And I'm just going to share a little bit about the other GC right down the street from Greensboro College and many of the other schools as well. And we'll go ahead and get started. So when looking at the breakout of who we are, we have just under 1,500 students. That's coming from 38 different states, 16 different countries. So that's something that we really value because that means that we're going out and we're finding students from all over. That way we can bring that diversity of thought, especially within our campus. We have a 14-to-1 student to faculty ratio with an average class size of 13 students. We have 41 different majors, with our most popular majors being psychology, business, biology, exercise sports science, and sports management. And then we have 6 pre-professional programs that help get students on the track towards what they would like to do, and things such as pre-law, pre-dental, pre-med, and a few others as well. Then we have 52 different minors and 1 graduate program in criminal justice. So at Guilford, we have a new program called the Guilford EDGE. And so with it, it really wants to immerse the student in everything that we're doing here on campus. So that E stands for explore. So it really means that students are going to be able to learn with one another. It means that we have a new calendar schedule. So instead of just the normal 15-week semester, like the normal schedule is that most schools go through, we break it down into 2 portions now. So there's a 3-week period and a 12-week period. So within that 3-week period, students take 1 class, focus on 1 thing. That can be something within their major, minor, general education class, or maybe an exploratory class for students who are unsure what they want to do. And it's really an opportunity for students to really just focus on that 1 thing within that time zone. And the students, after they finish that 3-week period, they move on to their 12-week classes, which is where they take their normal 2 to 3 classes at that time. As students here at this campus, we just started our 12-week period yesterday. So they're getting back into the swing of taking that full load of classes. But it really does provide an opportunity for students to be able to really take their education how they would like to. And then when we're looking at the D for Discover, this means that we're going to create a dream team for success. So it means that you're not in it alone. It means that we are going to have those people there for you, everything from the time you step on campus until even post-graduation. So this means that we're going to team our students up with not only other current students, but faculty members, staff, as well as alumni as well. And they're going to be able to help you guide you throughout everything that you're going to be able to do. One of the biggest components of the Discover is our Guilford Guides. So we have 14 of those people on campus, and they're here to help you with everything from picking your classes to career exploration. The great thing about it is a school our size would normally not have anywhere near 14 different people that are able to assist you in this portion. But because we have so many, it means that we're able to individually make sure students are going to be able to go into what they would like to. It means that we're going to provide internships for students, and it's going to be more than just saying, "Oh yeah, we need you to go get some coffee," but more so along the lines of, "Okay, this is something that you can actually put on your resume as well." And so those Guilford guides really help. They also are there to help students throughout their academic life as well. So this means that instead of having to go to class and maybe you're not doing so well, they're going to be able to look at it and say, okay, I see you're not doing so well. Let's figure out a tutoring service, or let's figure out the writing center, whatever it may be. That way we can help you be successful. And then the G is for gain. So this is where we really want students to be able to discover their why and gain that purpose for in everything that they're doing throughout their education. So like I said, with internships, we want it to be where you're gaining that actual valuable experience that you can put on your resume. We don't want it to be something where you're having to go to class and you're saying, okay, this is pointless, but we want to make everything relatable to what you're going to be doing in your life. And so even if it's that math class where you're just, I'm just taking this to get it out the way, maybe it can be something where we're looking at the finances. How can we help you in the future? That way you know how to budget well. So we're really going to try to make the education go with you throughout not just college, but throughout your whole entire lifetime as well. And then the E, the last E stands for experience. So this is where we're really looking to rally that campus spirit. So things such as we have over 50 organizations on campus that students are able to be a part of. One of the great things about us is that if there's a club or organization that we don't offer that maybe a student's interested in, then they have the ability to start that by going through the Student Government Association. We have 21 different Division III athletic sports. And with us being a small campus as well, this means that students really have the opportunity to be able to go and support one another. It means that everybody's rooting for the success for everybody, and you don't have to worry about that. And so student engagement is really big for us. It means that we are looking to make sure that we're doing everything that we can so that way students feel, okay, I went to Guilford College and I'm having a great experience while also getting a great education as well. So that's a major part for us. We do have a 4-year residency requirement, but with the great thing with that is that we have actually updated all of our buildings now. That way they are very student friendly. And so before it was just a time where students were saying, oh, well, I have to stay on campus. And now they're saying, oh, I get to stay on campus. I have these great things to be able to have on campus. I can go and cook in the kitchen. I can teach other people to cook in the kitchen with the materials that we have. So student engagement is definitely big for us. When looking at the application and financial aid side of things, this is a really big thing. And so we are on the Common App, CFNC, and we have our own application for students to fill out. It's always free to apply, and we are enrolling admissions. So while there might be some dates on the website, it's one of those where we're definitely going to look at applications all year long. We actually just got our last 3 students in yesterday, and they moved in yesterday. So it's one of those that we have that flexibility for sure. And the great thing about it is the required materials are just the transcript. We don't require the official one through the admissions process. We do have a personal essay requirement. And then we are a test optional school as well. And so that means that students, if you've had the opportunity to take the SAT and ACT scores, you can definitely send those in. We'll definitely look at those. But if you're a student who maybe didn't test well, or maybe hadn't had the chance to take the test scores, or take the test just because of COVID and everything, we will accept a test optional essay, which is based on one of our core values and what it means to you, or a paper from high school that has already been graded. So you do have that flexibility. And looking at the financial side of things, every student is given a merit scholarship, anywhere between $10,000 and $25,000 worth, and that's going to be based off of everything that the student has put on their application. So everything from extracurricular activities to their transcript to test scores or test optional essay, everything on your application can help you build that up for sure. We do have 3 scholarship programs, and so each of those do come with some type of financial assistance as well. So the Bonner Scholars Program is going to be community service based. The Quaker Leadership Scholarship Program does not mean that you have to be Quaker to be a part of the program, but it means that you've had some type of religious activities that you've been a part of throughout high school. And then, of course, our honors college as well. And then we do encourage all of our students to file the FAFSA or file the financial aid assessment worksheet. Filing either of these options definitely get students additional scholarship money right off the bat. And so, for example, for our students who are unable to file the FAFSA, we do have a financial aid assessment worksheet for them that stays strictly in-house and gets them some additional scholarship money as well. And so at this time, I'm going to turn it over and let High Point do their thing.
All right, thanks guys. All right, so I'm gonna try and share my screen. I am one of the technologically not advanced people here. So if you can see my notes, please, Corin, let me know and I will stop sharing because you don't need to see my notes of what I needed to remind myself. Let's see here. Gonna share that. Here we go. So are you able to see this without my nice little notes on the side? Or can you see my notes?
It's on presenter view, so we can see the presentation.
So you can see the notes?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're just gonna stop sharing this right now and you guys are just gonna be able to see my wonderful face. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to tell you a little bit about High Point. We are a little bit farther from the downtown area of Greensboro, but we are centrally located. So, you know, Furniture Market's right here. We're really close to Winston-Salem. We're really close to getting on any of those highways and going to the mountains, to the beach. So very centrally located, just like all of the other colleges here. We are a private institution. We have approximately 5,000 students, and so we're about small to medium sized. We are this year, we have been test optional, which means you do not need your test scores in order to apply. But one of the things that we did change this year is that we are test optional for all of our scholarships as well, because we understand that students haven't had the access to the SAT or ACT. And so if you haven't been able to take that, or if it just keeps getting rescheduled, which I know it has been in Guilford County, you don't need to worry about that with High Point, because we are going to base it on your GPA, your essay, and then inviting you back for an interview weekend. We are a liberal arts university. We have over 50 plus majors. Undeclared is one of our top 10 majors, and we have a program specifically for that called Project Discovery, where you work with a success coach, which is our version of an advisor, and they work with all freshmen. And if you come in undeclared, they work with you your whole freshman year, doing personality tests, doing your strengths and weaknesses, and really finding a career path for you and helping you declare a major by the end of your sophomore year. And it doesn't put you back at all. So you still graduate in 4 years. Some of our other top 10 majors are business, exercise, sports science, criminal justice. We do have a crime house on campus, which is really cool. The students get to do the whole CSI thing. We have pharmacy, PT, PA, so our athletic training as well. So those exercise sciences are really starting to grow along with our health sciences. But we also have things like theater and world languages. So a really good mix. We are D1 Big South. And so we have 16 Division I teams. So it's pretty awesome. So if you want to go that route, the D1 route, or if you just want to get involved, it's a great place to do it. We also have club and intramural. Our club sports are kind of like D1 light, and so you still have a paid coach through athletics, you still try out, you still, in a post-COVID world, will travel to other schools and compete. And so if you still want to compete with that sport that you love, club is a great way to go. We also have over 100 clubs and student organizations. And so we have an involvement fair every semester where the students get to walk around and see every club and organization we have on campus and really get to peruse and see what we have. We are also on the Common App. We do have 3 ways to apply. All of this would have been on my slide, but is also on our website. So we have early decision where you would need to apply by the November 1st. You would find out by November 23rd if you got in. That is the binding agreement, so that is that contract. We also have early action. You would apply by November 15th and find out by December 23rd, not binding, but you still find out before winter break. And then we also have regular decision, which is rolling starting in February, but the majority of our students apply early decision or early action. We are doing live personalized tours, and so individual family tours on campus, so you can go online and schedule one of those if you feel safe to come onto campus. If not, we're also doing daily virtual tours. So would love to see you guys, and I am going to pass it on to who's next.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Nakia Bradford. I serve as the Senior Assistant Director of Freshman Admissions here at North Carolina A&T State University. I bring you greetings on behalf of our Chancellor, Harold L. Martin Sr., as well as our Director, Jamia Tenney. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and hop into our brief admissions presentation. Alrighty, so before we get into the details on how to join the Aggie family, we're going to go over some brief highlights here at A&T. We were founded in 1891 as a land-grant institution. So we are a proud land-grant institution founded under the Second Morrill Act. So Congress delegated funds to states such as North Carolina, and we were created to instruct individuals of color. So this is why well, one of the reasons why we are a proud land-grant institution. In the beginning, of course, we were instructing our students in majors such as agriculture and mathematics. But today we are a STEM-focused institution, but do not fret. We have way more majors to offer than the STEM focuses. For those of you who may not know, STEM stands for science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. As you can see, our top 5 majors to the side would include those STEM majors. So just to comb through those: biology, nursing, psychology, business administration, mechanical engineering. Fun fact, we are the #1 producer in African Americans receiving their bachelor's of science in engineering, literally the #1 producer in the nation. So kudos to our engineering department as they are bringing home some terrific accolades. Another fun fact, we are the #1 producer in African Americans becoming certified public accountants. So kudos to our business department as well. Fun facts on campus: we have a 500-acre research farm. We have a trade floor in our Willie D's building. We also have a great partnership with Guilford County, where we, Guilford school district, where we have a wonderful partnership with the teachers. Our students have an opportunity to build curriculum, enter their classroom where they can interact with students, things of that nature. We have 7 academic departments. Just to come through them, we have agricultural and environmental sciences, arts, humanities, and social sciences, which will house majors such as professional theater, criminal justice, mass communications, journalism. Willie D's College of Business and Economics, College of Education, which will house elementary education, speech, special. College of Engineering, which will house architectural engineering, mechanical engineering, computer science, and beyond. College of Science and Technology will house meteorology, construction science, physics, mathematics. We even have a Center of Academic Excellence. If you are undecided in your major, which our professionals will place you on the correct path in regards to your passion and your academic strengths. Today, we are regarded as a doctoral research institution. Our Carnegie Research classification is R2. So this means we are a highly researched institution where our students are collaborating with our faculty and staff members, conducting research in artificial intelligence, as well as biotransport tissue. So those are some of the things our wonderful students and staff are working on here at A&T. We are regarded as the most affordable campus. our in-state students are paying about $9,000 in tuition. We are located in Greensboro, North Carolina, considered the gateway city to Raleigh and Charlotte. We are an NCAA Division I school. We have 17 athletic teams spanned across our female and male sports. We are an athletic powerhouse in football, track and field, women's basketball. But just for fun facts, we also have golf, tennis, softball, volleyball, 16 residential halls that will house our students. We do have private housing, which we have apartment style housing, which is usually for our upperclassmen. We have double, single, traditional, all types of styles. Just a gist of our overall enrollment. We have 12,754 students on campus, which makes us the largest HBCU 7 years in a row, and we are regarded as the #1 public HBCU in the nation. To get into A&T, we are looking for you to meet our minimum course requirements. To comb through them: 4 units of math, 4 units of English, 3 units of natural sciences, 2 units of social sciences, and 2 units of foreign language. The most frequently asked question I get upon this slide is, what is regarded as an advanced math? Was Algebra 2 a prerequisite? Was Algebra 2 required for you to enroll in that math course? If your answer is yes, then we will honor that as an advanced math. Here at A&T, we are now test optional, but we look for our students to be competitive with our weighted average of weighted average GPA of a 3.5. So once you are trying to complete your application, please submit your senior course schedule if you notice that is not on your transcript, so we can push you to the next point of review. Here at A&T, we have departmental requirements for our first-time freshmen in the engineering and nursing major. We look for our incoming students to have a 3.2 and complete pre-calculus prior to attending A&T. But if you do not satisfy pre-calculus, we are looking for test scores: 1080 on the SAT, 520 math minimum. If you did decide to take the ACT, 21 composite, 21 math minimum. Nursing, we are looking for a weighted GPA of a 3.0, and we are test optional. And this is just a quick snapshot of total cost of attendance. In state, $9,274, out of state, $22,784. And the following fees are just maximum budgets, just to ensure that you're getting everything you want and need. We have 3 Premier Scholarships. You got to make sure that you're meeting our early action deadline of October 15th. Our Premier Scholarships are beginning at a weighted GPA of a 3.5. And again, these are all versions of full rides. Our National Alumni Scholarship requires 2 letters of recommendation. Our Cheatham White and Lewis Elizabeth Dowdy Scholarships, of course, are full rides. And if you are selected for these scholarships, you will naturally be placed in our our honors program. So those are some brief highlights. Make sure that you are putting your application through our Aggie admissions portal found on ncat.edu. And we are found on the Common App. We are not participating in the CFNC piece for application, so please be sure to use Common App or our Aggie admissions portal. We do have a $60 application fee. We accept fee waivers from College Board, NACAC, and SAT. Please be sure to submit your official transcripts from your high school as well as your college should you be duly enrolled. If you're AP IB, please submit your end of course exam score so that we can honor you that credit. 3 or better for AP. If you have the IB diploma, 4 or better on your course, end of course exam. If you do not have the diploma, we are looking for a 5 or better on your end of course exam. Again, we have an early action deadline of October 15th, but feel free to update us all the way up until June 1st for fall 2021 consideration. Thank you so much for your time, you all. We are here for you guys. Here is our contact information. Feel free to take a picture. And again, my name is Nakia Bradford. I am here to assist, and I will pass this over to my colleague, Ms. Dugas, with UNCG.
Thanks so much. Wow, I know more about A&T than I ever knew before. You are on fire. I'm just pumped up, ready to go.
That's right.
Okay, I want to talk a little bit about UNCG. My name is Alicia Duga, and I am the Associate Director here in the office, and it's really great to have you all here today. I'm just going to take a couple of minutes to share with you a little bit about UNCG, and I wanted to start with a video. So here we go.
This is a remarkable place, a place steeped in history, where trails have been blazed, discoveries have been made, and lives have been changed forever. This is a place that holds questions and answers, problems and solutions. It's a place to tap into your creativity, curiosity, and ambition. This is a place to pursue what makes you, you. Here you'll be challenged and cheered, and you'll join a tradition of change makers. This is a place you'll miss when you leave. Look around and picture yourself here, at this unique time, in this remarkable place. You'll be amazed at what you find. Welcome to UNC Greensboro. Find your way here.
Oh, it's so good. I want to play it twice. There we go. Why do I show that video? That video really speaks to one of the reasons of how you should make a decision about college. It's really about listening to your heart and also making sure that all of the things that you want in a university or a college or your higher education are present. So it's a heart-head connection that really has to happen. And so you have learned so much about all of these different amazing schools, and each one has their own individual feeling, their own sense of ownership. And so that's going to be an important next piece of this. Why would you want to choose UNCG when you have learned about some other schools today and we're in similar locations? One is because of opportunity. You really have a great opportunity for social mobility. You have an opportunity to conduct research at an undergraduate hands-on level. This is not an institution where you are going to teach but only get into the classroom your junior or senior year. You're going to get into the classroom early on to really be able to explore your passions. This is an institution about excellence. We have excellent faculty who choose to be here, who choose to teach every day. You are not going to have graduate students teaching your courses. They may help and assist your faculty, but they will be here in person for you, with you every day. And a UNCG education makes a huge impact on the world through the community service that we do as faculty, staff, and students, an impact on companies both in Greensboro, in North Carolina, and in the world. We have a huge alumni population, and there's nothing better than meeting a fellow Spartan in a place of work, knowing that your resume also stands out to them as well. Let me tell you a little bit about the degrees we have. We have over 125 degree programs. And like the other colleges and universities, they're broken up into different areas. I'm going to give you a little bit of a highlight. Our Bryan School of Business has been teaching for 50 years. They celebrated 50 years. So things like consumer apparel retail studies, that's Corin's previous major. She is a UNCG alum. Things like economics, business administration, and entrepreneurship. The performing arts, you can get a Bachelor of Fine Arts, or you can get a Bachelor of Arts in art, musical theater, acting, dance, drama, and all of the other art education, theater education. We've also got the health and human sciences. So things like kinesiology is one of the booming programs right now in the country. Peace and conflict studies, social work, speech pathology. Many of these undergraduate degrees also have graduate programs associated with it. So you know that your undergraduate degree is going to be rich with research, with opportunity, and with faculty who are very devoted to that area. Other programs we have, the College of Arts and Sciences. These are your traditional liberal arts programs: biology, biochemistry, interior architecture, media studies, Political science is probably one of my most favorite. We also have computer science, which is another booming major right now. Our School of Nursing, many of you who are familiar with the area have seen our building, our new nursing building coming up through the campus, and it's going to open in the late fall of 2021. And we are really excited about that building will support what is an incredibly strong program here in Greensboro and in North Carolina. We were founded as a school of education, and so you'll see a lot of education programs throughout the different majors. Those also specialize in professions of deafness, special education, and my guess is that if you're in high school in the Greensboro area or even in North Carolina, you know at least one or two of your teachers have gone to UNCG undergrad, masters, or to get their final degrees. We also have pre-professional programs like pre-dental, pre-law, pre-med, pre-engineering, physical therapy, and pre-vet. Fun fact, I wanted to be a vet until I got through organic chemistry, and then I was like, no more. What else do we have here on campus? We have 23 fraternities and sororities. So if you want to be involved in that, great. But if you don't want to, that's okay too. There's a really great community. We have many religious groups, academic organizations, multicultural organizations. We talked about over 1 million hours of service. We have over 160 service-oriented clubs. And if anybody has been to our Kaplan Wellness Center, you know it is amazing. 3 indoor pools, over 50-foot wall climbing wall, so many activities, all for free for students. And my kids tell me that every pool has a different temperature. So there's warm, cold, and really, really cold. That's their understanding. We're also big time sports. So this picture represents probably where I am in the sporting arena, which is being loud and being proud and standing up and wearing my gold and blue. But then we also have students on the court and on the field playing big time Division I athletics in baseball, basketball, both men's and women's. So exciting because our men's team actually plays in the Coliseum, which is less than a mile away. Oftentimes we all walk from campus to the Coliseum and watch our men's team play. We have golf, indoor track, soccer, softball, tennis, track and field, and volleyball. So if you want to think about playing big time athletics, definitely check out UNCG, start getting connected with our coaches. If you like club or intramurals, there are also lots of opportunities for that as well. There's also, the co-ed softball every Sunday, then let's all go out to dinner club of faculty and staff as well. So it's hard to beat the value of a UNCG degree. You're paying about $7,400 for in-state tuition and fees for a year. And that is a great deal. You'll see on the one side of my screen, all of the different UNC system schools. And then you'll also see the price of some of the smaller private schools, the average. So you can imagine getting a $25,000 scholarship feels awesome. But also, what is the bottom line? What do you ultimately end up owing when all of those scholarships and financial aid stops? What is the dollar amount that you and your families are trying to afford for 4 years? So take that into consideration. We have significant opportunities to live on campus in your double rooms, in your single rooms, in your apartments that I would have, loved to have had when I was married. They're so nice. We also have great meal plans, but one thing, we offer flexibility. You don't have to live on campus unless you want to. So about 80% of our first year students do choose to live on campus, but you don't have to. And so you can make that decision for you every single year. And about 65% of our full-time, first-time students receive financial aid. So that FAFSA is going to be very important to get in so that we can give you priority FAFSA money. How do you get into UNCG? What are our averages? So our average weighted GPA is a 3.74. What does that mean for you if you have that or something above it? Fantastic. That's wonderful. Good for you. and definitely apply. If you find yourself under that, I would have been personally under that 3.74 high school GPA. Then think about applying, but submitting an essay, submit your involvement, submit a letter of recommendation. Let us get to know you better. That's a really important thing. Give us your transcripts so we can see how much you have challenged yourself. Perhaps you had a difficult semester. Perhaps it was COVID of your junior year that was really hard to deal with. You can let us know that, and we will take that into consideration. Our test scores are going to be optional this year. Our test scores are optional this year, which is awesome. It is your year. So if you are proud of your test scores and you got a chance to take it and you want to submit them, great. But you do not have to. And there will be no consequences if you don't. There's no one going to be sitting behind your application going, I wonder why he didn't submit his test scores to us. We are just going to say he didn't submit his test scores. Let us know more about what he did submit. And we have about a 68% admit rate. How do you join us? An online application, either the Common App or our Spartan application online. We do the CF&C, $65 application fee. We need your official transcript, not a selfie of you and your transcripts. That's called a bragging thing, but no, we need an official transcript. And then that essay, it says optional, but for all of the scholarships and other opportunities we're going to be offering you, definitely turn in that essay. Deadlines. December 1st is our deadline. You heard other people say October, November. Our priority deadline is December 1st. Does that mean you should wait for the night before? No, because we both know that your cable, something's going to happen and your Wi-Fi is not going to work the night before. So think about our deadline being 5 days earlier than December 1st and get it in. You could even do it this week. You could get your application in and be like, yes, I've got my application into UNCG. It's done. If you miss that December 1st deadline, our secondary deadline is January 15th, and it goes all the way till March 1st. But that priority financial aid deadline is January 15th. Okay, take out your cameras right now, because we all know you have them, and we all know that you probably have been on them while I've been talking or something. Take a picture of my information. That's the best way to get in touch with me. That is my direct office line. That's my direct text number. So you can text me. If it's in the middle of the night, I'm not going to probably answer it. But if it's at 5:30 in the morning, I probably am, because I'm an early bird. If you want to email me, that's great. If you want to set up a time for us to meet over the phone or over Zoom or anything, pick up this link down below and schedule something with me. And then also we have this amazing new thing where you can customize your own personal view book. You can pick your majors and the things you want. So customize your view book right there. Use that link and check out UNCG in the way that you want to see it. And I'm going to stop sharing my screen and turn this back over to the group.
Well, thank you everyone for joining us. When you close this window, there will be a link to a very quick 4-question survey. We'd appreciate any feedback you can provide. Also, this was just one of many sessions being hosted, so be sure to sign up for additional sessions at CACRAO, CACRAO.org. In about a week, you'll be able to find this session recording as well as all the other session recordings at CACRAO.org. Thank you.
Bye.